Good morning all of you. In this video we will discuss about some exceptions to law of dominance. In the previous video we will discuss about monohybrid crosses. Based on the results of monohybrid cross, Mendel proposed two laws, law of dominance and law of segregation. So law of segregation is the universal law. There is no any exceptions regarding law of segregation. At law of dominance, according to law of dominance, in a heterozygous condition, one allele is dominate over another allele, universally. Mendel said that. But in some cases, 3:1 ratio is not available. Some different ratios are available. Or simply, today we will discuss some of the topics. They are exceptional to law of dominance, and they are called, generally they are called gene interactions. Gene interactions are two types: intragenic and intergenic. Intragenic interactions and intergenic interactions. Intragenic means interallelic and intergenic means non-allelic. Intragenic or interallelic means, so these are the exceptions to law of dominance, and they are exception to law of independent assortment. So law of independent assortment, that is proposed based on the results of dihybrid cross. But till we will discuss about only intragenic interactions. What are intragenic interactions? They are two alleles present on same gene locus of homologous chromosomes. This is one chromosome, this is chromosome, and this is another chromosome. These two are homologous chromosomes and their same gene locus. They are present different alleles, and here the two alleles which are present on same gene locus of homologous pair of chromosomes, these two are interact to produce a phenotype, and this phenotype is usually different from phenotype of monohybrid cross or phenotype of typical dominant and recessive phenotype, and they are called intragenic interactions or interallelic interactions. And some examples are incomplete dominance, codominance, multiple allelism, pleiotropism, sickle cell anemia, and lethal genes. So these are some of the exceptions to law of dominance. So let us discuss all these topics. After completion of this, then we'll start with starts with inheritance of two genes or dihybrid crosses, and law of independent assortment, then exception to law of independent assortment. So in this video we will discuss mainly about incomplete dominance and codominance. So incomplete dominance and codominance, simply they are exceptions to law of dominance are the results of monohybrid cross which was proposed by Mendel. The first exception is incomplete dominance. So according to law of dominance, in heterozygous condition, so one of the two parents dominate over another parents. But incomplete dominance, what is incomplete dominance? It is a phenomenon in which two contrasting alleles of the two genes, same genes, they are not dominant. For example, capital T, it is tall, small t, it is a dwarf. In heterozygous condition, tall is dominant and dwarf is recessive. But in this condition, both parents are not dominant. Intermediate effect is developed. So that is called incomplete dominance. So it is a phenomenon in which two contrasting alleles of same gene are not dominant. In F1, the F1 hybrid is in F1 generation, intermediate phenotype is appeared, which is not of any of the two parents. In F2 generation, both phenotypic and genotypic and genotypic ratio are same. So what is that? 1:2:1. According to law of dominance, the phenotypic ratio that should be 3:1. But in incomplete dominance, phenotypic and genotypic ratio is similar, but the phenotypic ratio is different. That is 1:2:1. So what are the examples for incomplete dominance? Some of the examples are Mirabilis zilapa. It is the scientific name of 4 o'clock plant. This is one example for incomplete dominance. Second example is Antirrhinum mazas. So it is commonly known as snapdragon, or it is also known as dog flower. So this is one example. And third one is Andalusian fall. Andalusian fall. So these are the three examples for incomplete dominance. So we'll study incomplete dominance in Antirrhinum mazas or snapdragon. Snapdragon or dog flower, homozygous dominant red flower. So this is the genotype. It is crossed with homozygous white flower. So this is the genotype. These two are the parents. And these parents give gametes. So this is one gamete, this is another gamete. And the gametes of this parent is also smaller and smaller. Then these two gametes are, so these are the gametes. Gametes always written in circles. Next, with the help of Punnett square, with the help of these two gametes, we obtained F1 generation. So in F1 generation, all plants. So with the help of Punnett square, so this is one gamete. For example, this is male, this is one gamete, and this is another gamete. These are the two gametes. Capital R and smaller, and again capital R and smaller, again capital R and smaller, capital R and smaller. According to law of dominance, so capital R and smaller, it is a heterozygous, and heterozygous also should be red flower. But here, the capital R and smaller, it is pink flower. So in F1 generation, so all 100% flowers will be pink. That means it is intermediate color. One parent has red color flower, another parent has white color flower. According to law of dominance, either red or white is dominant over another. But here in F1 hybrid, so intermediate color is present, that is known as pink. So that's why this cross is known as incomplete dominance. It is a phenomenon in which the two alleles of a same gene, they are not dominant to one of the two parents. So this is F1 generation. So again, F1 generation is self-fertilized. When F1 capital R and smaller, it is a pink. When it is self-fertilized, then with the help of Punnett square, we can easily obtain the probability of possible gametes. So when it is self-fertilized, self-fertilization means capital R smaller crossed with, means pink flower is crossed with pink flower. So what are the gametes? This is one gamete, this is another gamete. So these parents also produce the same gamete. Now we will obtain the offspring, possible offspring, capital R. It is a red flower. Here capital R is a red flower. Here capital R and smaller, it is a pink flower. And again capital R and smaller, it is also pink flower, smaller and smaller. So what is smaller and smaller? It is a white. It means, now we will see about the phenotypic and genotypic ratio. So what is the phenotypic ratio? The phenotypic ratio means external appearance. Red one, pink two, and white one. So red flower is 1, pink flowers are 2, and white flowers are 1. That means what is the phenotypic ratio? 1:2:1. So this is different from 3:1 ratio of typical dominant and recessive phenotype. And next, genotypic ratio is similar. So what is genotypic ratio? Capital R is 1, capital R smaller is 2, smaller is 1. So these are the phenotypic and genotypic ratios of incomplete dominance. So in incomplete dominance, the F1 hybrid is different from one of both parents of any other conditions. So this is the one example. And second example is Andalusian fowl. In Andalusian fowl also, second example is Andalusian fowl. So in this, the red feather or black feather of Andalusian fowl is crossed with white feather. So it is dominant character and this is recessive. So these are the parents. And what are the gametes? So these are the gametes of both parents. Then in F1 generation, all will be capital B and small b. That means this is blue feather. When it is self-fertilized, again phenotypic and genotypic ratios are same. Here the F1 hybrid is also different from both the parents. That means both parents are incompletely dominated in the F1 generation. So based on all these results, then some of the scientists explain what is the actual concept of dominance. So let us discuss the explanation. For the concept of dominance. Here, what is actually dominance? Why some genes are dominant and why some genes are recessive? To answer this question, we must understand that a gene contains some information to express a particular trait. In diploid organisms, if you take human being is a diploid organ. For every gene, it has two alleles. If you take, for example, capital T, that is tallness, then it has two alleles. And here we must know that these two alleles not always identical. They are not always identical. Sometimes these two may be identical, but sometimes there is another chance they may not be identical. Like in heterozygous condition, like capital T and small t, it is tall, but both alleles are different. But in homozygous condition also, both alleles of a gene, it may not identical. It may be non-identical. In such conditions, this is unmodified and this is modified. And the modified allele could change the phenotypic effect of the F1 hybrid of a particular cross. For example, a gene that is capital T and capital T, it can contain information for producing an enzyme, and this enzyme is useful for the transmission of substrate. So for a gene that is capital T and capital T, this gene is required for the production of this enzyme, and this gene has two alleles, and this is unmodified or normal allele. This is normal allele and this is modified allele. And here the normal allele always produce the character for normal enzyme, and this enzyme is also required for the transmission of product or substrate. And this modified allele or mutant allele, it could be responsible for the production of normal or less efficient enzyme. It contains information for normal or less efficient enzyme. Sometimes it produces a non-functional enzyme, or sometimes no enzyme at all. In the above conditions, when the modified allele produce normal or less efficient enzyme, then the phenotype, it may not be affected, because both alleles contain same information. That's why they produce same kind of phenotype. But if in the condition B and C, if the modified allele produce non-functional or no enzyme at all, then the phenotype will be affected. The phenotype will be, for example, this is tall, and both are control tall, but sometimes it may be intermediate. It may produce intermediate height of plant. When modified allele is responsible for the production of non-functional or no enzyme, then the phenotype of a particular trait will be affected. In such conditions, the normal allele, it is a dominant, it is responsible for dominant or wild type. Modified allele, it is responsible for recessive or it is a mutant type. It means the recessiveness of the character, it is due to non-functional or no enzyme at all produced by modified allele. So when the modified allele also produce normal or less efficient enzyme, the phenotype is not affected, as in silent mutations. In many cases, when two different alleles present, one should be dominant over other according to law of dominance, but it may not possible in all cases. Dominance means the trait which is contain information to express the allele which contain information to express a particular trait. So this is the explanation for the concept of dominance. The second example or second exception to the law of dominance, that is codominance. The second example is codominance. The second one is codominance. So what is codominance? It is a phenomenon in which both parents affected simultaneously in the F1 generation. In incomplete dominance, both parents are not affected, they are not appeared. But here, in codominance, both parents are simultaneously appeared in the F1 generation. In codominance, the alleles do not show dominant and recessiveness, but both alleles are simultaneously appeared in the F1 generation. That means here the two contrasting alleles of same gene, they simultaneously appeared in the F1 generation. Here the alleles which are responsible for codominance, they are called codominant alleles. And codominant alleles, they are different from others. They should not confuse with alleles of incomplete dominance. Here the codominant alleles, they are written as their capital letters with superscripts, or sometimes just their capital letters. So both conditions they are used in different conditions. And for codominance, the best examples are AB blood groups in humans, and MN blood groups, and one more example is roan coat color in cattle. So these are some best examples for codominance. So let us discuss AB blood groups in humans. This is the best example. AB blood groups in humans. So in humans, there are 4 blood groups: A blood group, B, AB, and O blood groups. Here A, B, and O, these 3 blood groups are discovered by Landsteiner. But AB blood group was discovered by Distiller. So in human beings, AB blood group system, or these 3 blood groups, A, B, AB, and O blood groups, they are controlled by gene I. These 3 blood groups are controlled by gene I, and this gene I has 3 alleles: IA, IB, and IO. IO is also small a. So this gene A, it controls all the blood groups in human beings, and it has 3 alleles: IA, IB, and IO. Here IA and IB, they produce antigens. They produce antigens on the surface of red blood cells. These 2 blood groups, they produce antigens on the surface of RBCs. But IO do not produce any antigen on its surface area. That's why IA and IB, they are dominate over IO or small I. And in human being is a diploid organism. So in diploid organism, any two of the three alleles are only present, and it is also codominance. Codominance of this, the gene I is also best example for multiple alleles. But the three alleles of gene, they do not present in any single individual. So these three alleles they are present only in population. These three alleles can find in population, but not in a single individual. So human being is a diploid organism. So being diploid organism, it contains any of the two alleles, any of the two of three alleles. So what are the what are the possible phenotypes present in blood groups? For example, this is the phenotype, and they are possible alleles and antigens. For example, blood group O. Blood group O contain only IO and IO. It do not produce any antigen. And blood group A, it has two different types of alleles, IA and IA or IA and IO. So here it produces antigen A. Then B, the alleles are IB and IB or IB and IO. It produces antigen B. In blood group AB, the alleles are IA and IB. So it produces both antigens, antigen A and antigen B. Here, in first case, organisms contain only O blood group because they contain only alleles of O. And in second case, the organism contain only blood group A. In this condition, organisms contain only blood group B. But in this condition, both alleles are equally dominant. For example, one parent has A blood group, these are the alleles, and another has B blood group and alleles are this one. Here one gamete is present IA and here one gamete is present IB. Both are combined to form I. So this is AB blood group. That means both parents are simultaneously dominant in the F1 generation. So this is the condition of codominance. But in all multiple alleles, codominance is present. And codominance is in this condition only possible. In this condition, it is dominant and recessive condition. This dominant here, this dominant is over this one. This is also dominant over this one. But here, both are equally dominant in the F1 generation. And this condition is known as codominance. So codominance is also multiple blood group. AB blood group is also best example for multiple alleles. Here the possible genotypes and possible blood groups. Some examples we'll discuss. Let us discuss some examples. For example, parent has only blood group O, and genotypes, possible genotypes are IO and IO. So in this condition, in these parents, both parents have these two blood groups. Both parents have blood group O. And here in this condition, some blood groups are not possible. A, B and AB blood groups are not possible because O blood group parent has only IO and IO, and second parent also has only this alleles. So if you cross these two parents, only blood group O is possible. So these three blood groups are not possible. This is one condition. And another condition, if parents, the blood groups of parents A and B. So what are the possible genotypes? IA or IA IO or IB or IB IO. These are the possible genotypes. Here, what are the blood groups are not possible in this condition? For that, you must make the Punnett square and make what type of blood groups are not possible in this condition. So I will provide some assignments in the next class. Then you will do with the help of this Punnett square. And another examples for codominance, there MN blood group. So in MN blood group, there are two blood groups, M blood group, N and Mn. M blood group produce M antigen, N blood group produce N antigen, and Mn produce both Mn antigens. This is not useful for the transfusion of blood, but it is useful for the solving parental disputes. And one more, roan coat color. Roan coat color in cattles. In cattles. So this is also another example for codominance. So these are the two exceptions for law of dominance.